ties. I said my name is Juice, America's most. Ain't no half stepping, see you at the crossroads.
Money over on my headstone. Here lies young getting paid for. Never take a loss on my headstone. Only take a when I'm dead. I be gang 3 times on my headstone. Been from the cradle to the grave. Now your favorite rapper name on the headstone. Too late, you already lived. It was written in the children's story. Their life's a so what you want? Every day I struggle with it. Only God could tell me slipping. I'm infinitely big through the genesis. Dead presidents, drop a gem on them. On earth, these the last days. Throw your get money, quiet storm. Have it thoughts for the cream renegade. For the money, you'll agree.
All right, Coach, we are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Los Angeles Chargers and our home team. The NFL season has hit high gear, and off we go in Week 11 on EA Sports. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the former Heisman winner, this is Mark Ingram. Fighting through, and he's got space. The 40. He's at the 30. 10. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. The very first play from scrimmage, how about that? Talk about setting a tone.
And people always talk about doing exactly that in the first 5 minutes of the game, the first offensive and defensive series. Who's going to gain an advantage? Well, we saw exactly what happened there. A tone was definitely set by the offensive team.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. And he'll get this up past the 25 before he's out of bounds. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
It's nice every now and then in this game not to see people overthink it. Just hand it to the old reliable guy. Let him pick up the first down.
So following the run by Gordon, here's 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on first down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 23 yards on the play. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday, 5th grade. Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
Rivers now on 2nd down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that'll make it third down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. That'll make it fourth down after a loss of 1.
All right, quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers pointing their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And the Ravens taking the field. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the number 1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're number 1 in their conference.
And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, we saw him there trying to get it to the outside, trying to get to the perimeter, but not a whole lot of room there. But there's got to be one positive to that. If you keep moving laterally, creases tend to develop as the game moves on, and they can run it back inside later.
Detroit! Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Jackson being chased out left. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion, and both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic.
They go play action with Jackson. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Now Benjamin. A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And it'll be Charger football here as they take over. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division. Looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, right? Number 1 goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number 2 goal is win your division. Number 3 goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete. That makes him now 0 for 2 here in the first quarter on 3rd down conversions.
And now they'll look to their defense because they need them to step up so they don't fall further behind here in the early going.
They only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. This is taken at the 15. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. And now here come the Ravens. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Now Jackson on first down. And the defense has it covered. It's intercepted. Picked off by Casey Hayward. And he will score. Touchdown, L.A.
That was an interception, but on the field, the guys who are picking it off, they're not saying that. What word are they using? It's Oski. And that means catch the ball and go the other way.
That's your vernacular. I've never heard anybody say Oski.
Ask around. They'll tell you.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession. Jackson and the Ravens come up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
Back to the air, Jackson following the pick six. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
That one didn't quite make it to the target, but that's not always a function of the strength of the arm of the quarterback, is it? Sometimes there's just too much pressure there. In any case, the ball doesn't arrive.
Detroit! Detroit!
Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down. Took him 5 tries, but he is able to complete that first pass of the game.
And could you hear the exhale all the way up here? Not just from him, coaching staff, offensive line, receivers. Now he's off the schneid. Can they get him going in a nice groove where he becomes a little more consistent throwing the football?
Because you miss those first 2, but you get up the 0 for 4 range. That can be a little tricky, but able to settle in, hopefully.
Yeah, now you won't have any confidence issues, Nate.
There goes Mark Ingram. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. Jackson on first down. Steps away to his left. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now let's go. 3-19. 3-19. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Now Jackson on 2nd down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Ravens are in for 6. Tucker with the extra point. And the lead is now 14-10. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And an alley to run. He's at the 40. The 20. 10. Touchdown, L.A. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are able to strike for 6.
And as we've talked to special teams coaches, that theme of being aggressive continues to come through, doesn't it? When they moved the kickoff back to the 35, it was going to cut down on the number of opportunities. But if you've got a special guy, you give him the green light no matter where he fields it in the end zone. And in this case, it paid off handsomely.
He fielded it deep in the range of emotions. Maybe like, oh, no, don't. And then all of a sudden you see him break it, and you're like, yeah, way to go.
Yeah, sometimes you have to remind your head coach that he approved the green light for bringing it out from deep in the end zone, and that's exactly why he did.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. Working left side, Andrews with it complete. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
That first down completion only netted him 3. Second and 7. Play action. Now Jackson. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there of 20 yards.
Detroit! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On first and 10, it's Jackson. And he's got his man in stride, complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up second and 6.
Gone!
From midfield now, here's Jackson. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Jackson on third and long. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. And a shot taken on third down, unsuccessful. Fourth down now.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Charger offense making their way back out there. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patient...
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on second down.
Hey, go orange.
Second down, Rivers. Escapes the sack. Forced out to his left. It's a gain of 9 yards. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
Here's Rivers. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Oh, free safety blitz. That can be a gamble, but it proves fruitful there.
Yeah, you're exactly right about the gamble because oftentimes the free safety is the last line of defense against a long pass. And when he comes at the quarterback, he better get home and make the play. Otherwise, a big play could result for the offense.
A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already. The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
Leopard! Leopard! Watch him now, Barney! Barney! Over!
Now a first down carry. It's Hill. Skirts by him at the 35. 12 yards the pickup there. Good for a Raven first.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
Leopard!
They stick on the ground on first down with Hill. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up second down. On second down, Hill. And a solid run down inside the 30. Now it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on third down. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Back to more NFL action on EA Sports. After this, the Ravens on third down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. Jackson from the shotgun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
What partner they went empty set there. No backs in the backfield. All receivers out in the pattern. And in this situation, you know what the quarterback has to do? Act as his own blitz control.
Yeah, he's got nobody else there to protect him.
No one else there to protect, which means he's got to get rid of the football and absorb the hit, but not go down and fumble the ball.
And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
Now a second down throw for Rivers. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And that one results in 35 yards. A nice job there, Charles. They picked up the blitz, were able to complete the pass.
That had the total feel of a quarterback in control. Red blitz, got him into the right protection scheme, so he doesn't get hit back there. He's got a chance to step up with supreme confidence and deliver it downfield for a nice completion.
And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. That one good for 10 yards. And it'll be 2nd and very short. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. And give them 2 yards there as they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Okay, no score on that play, but this guy's been a touchdown machine all year long. You know they trust him with the football.
12. Hey, left.
1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
180. 12.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers. And, not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. The Chargers on third down, 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. They're looking at a 3rd and goal here. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And that is incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And his kick here is good. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Still a little bit of time left here in the second quarter, but they do get 3 before the half and expand that lead.
And they have to be happy about that, and we haven't met a team yet that doesn't put an emphasis on trying to get points on the board in the last 2 minutes of a half. They'll be real excited to have those up on the board.
Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. They got his man complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. That goes for a gain of 31. So the line of scrimmage all the way up to midfield now as they've got it 1st and 10.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This will be spotted at the 37, so it's a 47-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick, there you have it. Halftime quickly over. Third quarter, here we go. So we have reached halftime, intermission with the visiting Chargers on top. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
Now Rivers going to give to Gordon on the draw. And they see right through that defensively as he'll be hit and taken down to the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a third down. Play fake. Rivers going for the deep ball. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. Taking it about the 16. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense getting ready now for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively. Now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
no, tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56. All right, here we go. Blue 90. Blue 90. Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone. Gun, gun. Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. Gun, gun. Gun, gun.
On second down, Jackson. It's caught by Mark Ingram. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. Give him 8 on the play, and they're going to have a third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Gun, gun. Detroit. Detroit. No. Check. Patriot. Patriot. Hot.
On third down, Jackson. He is going to find Hill here. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 16 yards on that one at a Raven first.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
First down, and they'll try to run the option left. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Off the play fake, here's Jackson. He'll buy some time right. Now he's going to throw it deep to the other side of the field. And they went for a big play through the air on second down, couldn't connect. Now it's third.
And you just know when that play call came in, their eyes lit up, because anytime you get a chance to take a big shot downfield, that's a lot of fun, and they missed an opportunity.
The Ravens on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is third down and 12. From the gun, it's Jackson. Looking for Snead, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And the return stops just a few yards shy of midfield. They'll spot the ball at the 47-yard line. So Rivers will lead the Chargers out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. Following the interception here, Rivers. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. A gain of 32 that time. Rivers on first down. Allen's got it over the middle. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or?
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. Rivers from the gun on third down. And he took the contact as he was throwing it, and the ball drops incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
So he remains perfect, 3 for 3 in the field goal department.
And it's so important for any offense to have an ace like him up their sleeve, isn't it? Because now you know what his range is, and as soon as your offense gets there, you're pretty much counting on 3 points going up on the board.
The Ravens offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. On 2nd down, here's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Denzel Perryman. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
1st down, Rivers. Flush to his right. And incomplete.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry? Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. This is Gordon on the dump off. Some strong running at the 20. Breaks free again. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
Back now in Columbus. It's Charger football, and they've got the lead as well as we begin the 4th quarter. The line of scrimmage, the 7 now on 2nd and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Keenan Allen, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Chargers are going to add on to their lead.
And no matter how it comes about, when you get good field position, you have to make the defense pay. Short fields usually make for good offense.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set and head back onto the field. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we're having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass, and finally kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass, and that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. Now Jackson on 2nd down. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Denzel Perryman.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games. And now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They go play action here on 1st down. Flushed out right, and this is going to be incomplete.
I hope I don't sound too rah-rah on that one, but that's the exact right throw. Either your receiver gets it or no one gets it. Give him a lot of credit for being really precise with it.
Got rid of it. No one got it. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. Going underneath for Gordon. Shifts by him at the 25. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Gordon on 1st down. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the interception by the Chargers D leads to a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Hard to believe his first catch of the game defensively. They bottled him up. That's why they're well on their way to victory.
Put your best cover guy on him and then change the coverages behind him throughout the game. Brackets, double, zone, man, you name it. Make sure he gets a lot of angles.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. A dump off now to Hill. Hill's hit, and he lost the football. But it looked like a Raven was able to get in there, and they will indeed keep the possession.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Had the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. Give him 2 on that run, and they're still left looking at a 3rd and about 9 to go.
Lucky 56.
Jackson. And he's got Snead. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Willie Snead, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens cut into that lead. And when a Hail Mary is completed for a touchdown pass like that, I think any defensive coordinator just puts their face right into their hands.
I don't think there's any doubt about it, and I don't have stats in front of me. I don't have the empirical numbers that say that in recent years the Hail Mary pass has been completed more than it has been, but it feels that way, doesn't it? And I know the defenses are spending more time on it. I think the biggest mistake they make is that they play everything from behind the receiver. I think they've got to start getting people in front as well to try and knock the ball away.
And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. This game was really a tussle, seemed like just a moment ago, and now they've got the momentum. A couple of scores on their last pair of drives, and a 2-score lead. I think here now you go conservative, right? Run the football, work the clock.
You know, I usually agree with you, but I'm going after him right here. I want to put this bad boy away. I wouldn't be afraid to throw it. They've got all the confidence, all the momentum on their side. Go ahead and take your dagger shots and try and finish this one off.
I disagree vehemently. I say run the football. You've got the lead.
Well, let's watch it and find out who's right.
Set 180.
This is Gordon as they go to him again. And he'll push his way forward to about the 32. It's a 5-yard gain, but they'll still be a yard short here with third down now looming.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. Now, this is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try and run it. Here's Gordon. And he's going to have the first down yardage to the 35. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
There are a lot of different formulas to winning football, but one constant over the years, winning on third down. That pickup there was big because they had struggled throughout this one.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now Rivers going to give it off to Gordon. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. So they come up on 2nd down. If they can get another run like we just saw, would likely put an end to this thing. Another tote for Gordon. He's been busy this afternoon. And he stopped immediately there. And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in the 4th. The Chargers on third down. It's been a problem. Just 1 for 7 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout as the clock will stop with 45. And now on 4th and 1, it's a fake. And he's not going to get the first. I don't even think he made it back to the line of scrimmage. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool him. It's such a risky play there to fake it. You're either the hero or the GOAT. Here they're going to be the GOAT.
Unfortunate, too, because you know they thought they had something there. They don't call it just to call it. They don't just say, oh, what the heck, let's go ahead and fake it here. They feel like they've got something on. They've got the defense in the right spot. Just unsuccessful in that opportunity.
Eluding the pressure right. He's going to let it. It's caught at the 10. And he's taken down all the way inside the LA 10. And that one results in 35 yards. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right. I don't think the coordinator's looking at his play sheet and trying to figure out which play will work well. He's trying to figure out how to get the ball to the playmaker that you just described. Looking down at that sheet, you find people plays, not necessarily X's and O's, and that's exactly what they did there.
Another shot from the 9 on 2nd and goal.
Detroit! Detroit! Here we go now. Green 39. Green 39. 49. Over. Detroit! Detroit!
Jackson now. Buying time to his left. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
That's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job just to make sure they didn't complete it on that play. A big play to start the drive got him in this position, but this defense has held firm since, and now it's 3rd and goal.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Again, Jackson. He dropped it. Couldn't hang on in the end zone. So no 6 points, incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And the kick here is good, so add 3 to the total, but they're still coming up well short, and that is how this one comes to an end. Charles, we saw a lot.